right, in some instances you're only going to have a radical on one side, but you're still going to do the same thing. You're going to square both sides. It's just, in this case, we're not going to be canceling something out on this side, so this is going to change the term over here. So if we square everything on this side, again, that just essentially gets rid of that square root. But now, instead of it equaling 2, it equals 2 squared, which is 4. Alright, so what we've got in front of us is what looks like a quadratic equation. And normally how we'd set this up to try to solve it is we'd want this to equal 0, which means we've got to move the 4 over to the other side so that 0 is left on this side. So if I do that, by subtracting 4 from both sides, well, what that ends up doing is it cancels the 4's here and here. So now we have just 3x squared plus 6x equals 0. So now I'm just going to factor this to solve for x. Both of these terms have a 3 in common and an x in common, so I'm going to factor a 3x out from these terms, which will leave me with x plus 2. And that equals 0. So from here, I set each part equal to 0 and solve for x. So 3x equals 0. Well, if we divide both sides by 3, 0 divided by anything is still 0, so one of the solutions is x equals 0. And then the other one, actually I'll write that one up over here.
For various things. I might have, I have a particular method that I can
Crying out loud. Hold on.
string of characters and the font.
Alright, let me try again.
Displayed in, and the method sends me back exactly
There we
how many
go.
pixels wide that will be when it's displayed on the
Okay.
screen.
So now, if I solve this expression for 0, you can,
The first time when
parentheses don't need to be
fun,
there.
I didn't want to do it again.
So x plus 2
Have it
equals
happen.
0.
It'll walk down
Subtract
every character and it'll figure out just exactly how wide they are. It figures out
2
just
from
how
both
they
sides. That will
position
give me
next to
x
each other.
equals
What it's done is
negative
it's
2.
wide. And I needed to do that
So the
because
two
I'm laying
solutions
things
to
out
this are x
clearly.
equals 0 and x
And so
equals
I gotta
negative
lay all
2.
these words out.
Please let me know if you have any questions.
When do I do a line break?